Hello everyone! We're here to review episode 11 of Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Now, this season's been amazing so far, and this episode, I feel like they have unlimited budget. Studio Bones must have like an unlimited budget to just spend on glorious animation every single episode. There's not many episodes that I can think of that have disgusting or mediocre animation. There's always moments that are fluid and amazing, and this whole episode was fluid with non-stop action. The camera angles, the things they did in this episode, I've not seen done in anime very often, and it was very refreshing for me to see. And I love that it can just keep upping itself. I feel like the final fight with Mob versus the boss of Claw is gonna be just spectacular. But anyways, let's get into it. It starts off with all of those Scar members, like the other division of Scar, already dead. They already beat them all. And I guess I feel like after Hanazawa lost to Teru, that he felt maybe he seemed like his bar of superiority dropped a little bit. But then you have to realize, like, he's actually really amazing at fighting. And against these Scar members, it was, like, no problem at all. And even the other ones helped a little bit, too, to, like, create, like, this fire cyclone. Like, wow, they've gotten better as well. But Hanazawa was always, like, the best. Like, he's so cool, the way he fights. Like, just the dodges, the punches, the powers he tries to use, the cleverness that he has. It's just amazing. But they beat all the Scar members, and that's pretty much it for that for that little group. I thought they made it like it was a big deal, like, oh crap, everyone's being cornered, but nah, he's never cornered, unless it's Teru that's cornering him. So Ritsu and the son of the Claw boss, his name is Sho, apparently, they make it to the tower, which is where it left off last episode. And Teru shows up, which is the worst freaking thing that I feel like he's definitely the most powerful of all the Ultimate 5. Like, his teleporting technique is so broken that I don't see how anyone can even do anything about it. And Ritsu is like, okay, Sho, you go on ahead, take care of your dad. I'm gonna fight Teru. And my god, he gets destroyed. Ritsu gets the crap beat out of him. I felt so bad. He did pretty good, and he had really clever ways of using his powers, like using the cars to try and crush Teru and using the debris, but Teru's just on another level out here. He doesn't, it's like the instant somebody goes to attack him, he's already gone. Just instantly. And it's so fast that it looks like he gets caught in the debris or in the damage, but he's already gone, he's already somewhere else, and it's just insane how fast this guy moves. Meanwhile, while Ritsu's getting the crap beat out of him, Sho is running up the stairs in the tower, and they had some really cool animation. It was like he was running towards the camera, and it was panning back as he's running, and it just, the angles that they used and like the kind of 3D modeling, it looked like it was kind of 3D modeling, but it wasn't CGI, it was just, all of it was just beautifully animated. And I wish anime would do more stuff like this. It feels more dynamic. But it was good. I love how they use animation in this series. So Mob runs into some of the lowly, like, soldier guys on the street, and that's the worst thing that could possibly happen for these soldiers, because Mob is just too unreal with his powers, and these guys start picking on him, start using their powers on him, and it's like, wow, guys, they were looting, and when Mob showed up, and they picked the wrong time to loot. And Mob just started, like, everything was floating around him, and he's just like, he's like teaching them a lesson about how I always was saying that Mob's main thing in his head is that psychic powers don't make somebody special, because there's so many things that people are special in that they can do that other people can't do. And the way he was proving that was like, can you make this can? Can you make the food that was grown for this sandwich? Can you make these items yourself? Because without the people who made those items, you would not survive. You wouldn't have anything. And so psychic powers are nothing compared to everybody pooling their special abilities or special traits about themselves together as a society. It was a really good lesson. That's how Mob thinks, is that psychic powers are just another extension of somebody's talent. And the people, like the Scar and Claw and all, like this all organization views psychic powers as like an ultimate thing that must be used to rule over everybody else. And that's what is the difference with Mob. He does not believe that. And it's all thanks to Reigen, which is the weirdest thing to thank Reigen for, but that's how it is. Anyway, they piss Mob off, like, seriously, and he starts going... It's funny because it has, like, you can hear the percentage going up, but it did not show you how much the percentage went up. And you just see Mob walking on the street, and the street is just crumbling to pieces as he walks. Like, he's really heavy. Just amazing. The way they display how powerful he is just... It gets me every time. I'm a shonen junkie. I love when anime characters are super powerful, and they just come in and annihilate everybody else. I just love it. I can never get enough of that stuff. Minegishi, it's hard to say that guy's name. He shows up, the plant user, and starts fighting Mob. So Mob's having to fight him, plus those little soldiers, and Mob's doing alright. He's not getting hit by anything, per se, but he's not... You can tell he's holding back. He's not displaying the full extent of his powers. He kind of just doesn't want to hurt them, but he's trying to protect himself at the same time. But he does pretty good, and he's able to control the vines, just like Minegishi can. He's like, oh, you can do that too. Very interesting. It's like, Mob can do everything. He's the ultimate esper. He can do all the abilities that everyone else can do. It's just he never really does them, like, on his own. He just kind of, like... He just holds back so much, and I can't wait for him to let loose. Meanwhile, Teru was about to actually kill Ritsu. I believe he was about to just blast this poor kid through the head, which is messed up. Like, you find out later that Teru's only doing this for fun, but, I mean, is killing people part of the fun? Is that what he's doing? It's just crazy. But everyone shows up, everyone comes together and tries to help Ritsu, and everyone is fighting Teru. Hanazawa, the guy with the weird colored hair in his face, the group that Reigen was with, all those people, I don't know all their names, so like I'm not gonna list them. They're all in this fight, and they all try their freaking hardest to beat Teru, and just it's nothing. They're absolutely worthless compared to Teru. He just teleports to each one and just kicks the crap out of them. I mean, he beats them down. And they're trying to think of a strategy, trying to outthink them, and they did amazingly well, with the animation especially. Like, the way you can see the teamwork and the way they were using each other's powers to try and corner this guy. It flowed so beautifully. From one character to the next, you saw each one display their powers. But Teru was just like, bam, bam, bam. He's just everywhere. Takes them all out. And there's, like, nothing they can do. There was even a scene where the guy with the glasses who uses the toy sword, he was using his gun, and it had it in like a first-person view, but it was all animated, and it was amazing. It was like the perfect first-person view as he's watching Teru beat the crap out of somebody. And it's just, I love that they use the animation so fluidly in this series. I mean, it makes me angry that this series is so underrated, because it deserves much more love than it gets. With the animation, the story, how the music, just everything, I wish it had more recognition than it does. We switch back to Mob, who is in not really trouble, but he's kind of like, he's holding back too much. And the spirit user comes to help him, the one that used all these spirits in his bottles. And he lets off a bunch of spirits, and they're attacking everybody. But Minegishi just like, nope, shut down this crap, slaps this guy away. The spirit user just gets hit out of the way. And he drops a bottle, which is the bottle containing Mogami. And the lackeys are like, oh, what's this? Oh, this is stupid. And he's like, no, don't let him out. I can't control him. It's like, oh my god. They smash the freaking bottle on the ground. And Mogami emerges. Oh my god. Just the atmosphere, the way they make you feel in this series. Like, in one moment they're fighting, there's action. And then all of a sudden the music changes, the atmosphere, the colors change, and you get like goosebumps running over your body of like, oh my god, like things are about to get real. Mogami is released, and he looks scary as freak, as he always does. And he completely destroys Minagishi. Minagishi, like, using his plant. Even he was freaking out, like, oh my god, what the hell is this? Using his plants, Mogami just absorbs all the plants and creates this enormous monster with gorgeous animation like they always do. Like, it was, all the vines were just flowing into him. Grabs Minagishi and things get real. I mean, it looked like the whole world had been taken over by Mogami. Everything was red. He was there in the middle of the city as this huge tree. I'm like, who the hell can freaking defeat this thing? It's like the ultimate evil. Anyways, Mob tries to talk Mogami out of killing Minagishi, and it works. He lets him go, but he says Mob is too easy on people, that he needs to be harder on them, because Minagishi was like, no, I'll stop doing evil things, I swear. And Mob was like, see, he's good now. And Mogami's like, you really think that's all it takes? He could be lying to survive. So Mob is very naive. He really is, but he doesn't want people to die for no reason. He's not a killer. Mogami is a killer. But he decides to go along with Mob, and he lets Minagishi go. And he kind of disappears. It's not really sure what happened to him. He kind of just goes away. But he's out in the world now. He's not... it's kind of bad because he's not contained. He's just released. So I wonder what's going to happen, if that's going to come back in the future. But it's interesting. It's interesting that he kind of takes a liking to Mob because he knows Mob was probably the only person that could have beat him. And so he respects Mob, which is good, which is amazing for a freaking demonic spirit like that. So Sho makes it to his father and gets the crap beat out of him. It made you feel like you know how powerful Sho is, and you're like, yeah, this kid's really good, but you kind of already knew he wasn't going to beat his dad. There's just no freaking way he was going to beat his dad. And his dad didn't even do anything. He just kind of stood there, moved just slightly, did some cool tricks, but he barely used any of his power. It was so subtle the way he did it. And Sho was trying his hardest. He was using all his powers, and he's like, I've been saving this energy up for 3 months to defeat you, Dad. Like, oh, 3 months? Damn, it must be powerful. He blasts his dad with this full-on hit, and it did absolutely nothing. I mean, pathetic. And the dad is like, oh, so you have some of the same abilities as me. You're able to store your power up for a time. He's like, you said you stored it up for 3 months? Well, I've been storing it up for 20 years. Holy freaking hell. Who's gonna beat this? Mob is gonna have the greatest fight of his life against this guy. For 20 years, this guy's a god. The boss of Claw is a freaking god. He is the ultimate being right now. And I don't know what he does to his son. It cuts from there, but Jesus, 20 years of pooling this ultimate power? I don't understand what Mob's gonna do to beat this guy. It's gonna be an incredible fight, and I just can't freaking wait for next week. It cuts back to Teru beating the crap out of Hanazawa, as usual. But it was really cool the way they did the animation where he had Hanazawa's head, and he hit him like on a wall, teleported, and hit him on the car. And it was so cool how they did that. He just did the same animation, but the background was changing, and you were like, it's like you were teleporting with him. It's so cool how they do stuff in this show. But he beats the ever-living crap out of Hanazawa, and the fight's amazing. Even though Hanazawa was just getting hit like a ragdoll, the animation, the fluidity, when he was like over Hanazawa, and they were like over a building, and he was pushing into the building, and you could see it collapsing, just brilliant. I mean, I had to watch this episode twice just to get the full effect, because you missed some of the detail. It was going so fast and so fluid. Incredible. I keep saying how good the animation is. It's just on another level. Eventually, Hanazawa figures out Teru's moves, and he learns that Teru keeps using the same monotonous, like teleporting techniques, and he figures out where he's going to be next, which is, it's an anime trope. That's how it always is. But it's still cool that Hanazawa was the one to figure this out, and he starts fighting back a little bit, but Hanazawa is not as good as Teru, because Teru in the end, he's getting cornered a little bit by everybody, and then he just awakens a new ability, like Mind's Eye, I think it was called, and it was like he's blind but he has eyes because he can sense literally everything around him, and he just teleports so fast, beats the crap out of everyone, and that's it. Fight's over. But just as about to like beat Hanazawa up or finish Hanazawa off, Mob comes. Teru feels Mob's presence, and my god, Mob is coming with a vengeance. Oh Jesus. It's like the ultimate being is just walking, and you see all the rubble just following Mob, and it's like, who the hell is this? Oh my god, this fight's gonna be so good next week. Just as he was about to fight Mob, because Teru was actually, he can sense that Mob had like unbelievable power. Reigen just walks up casually and beats the crap out of Teru. How did he do that? How did Reigen do that? Because this guy was able to sense ants on the freaking ground. Yet he couldn't sense Reigen just casually walking up next to him. Made no sense. But it was still really cool that they added that in there, and that it was Reigen in the end to just beat the crap out of Teru. It's like, wow, he beats everyone, but somebody with no psychic powers just punches this guy to the ground. Amazing. Teru makes a comment that he's just doing this for fun, and it pisses Mob off that he said that. And Teru gets so freaked out by Mob's power, he just teleports the hell out of there. So Teru's alive. Who knows where this guy went off to, but Mob's coming, and he's gonna destroy everybody. Oh my god, I can't wait for next week. The fight, I already can tell the fight's just gonna be brilliant. I mean, every episode's animated amazingly. It's like they had so much budget to spare. You know that the final fight of this season is just gonna be brilliant. It's already the anime of 2019, for sure. So Mob tells everybody that's there, look, I'm gonna go face this guy alone. The Claw, or was it Claw? Yeah, Claw's boss. I'm gonna face him alone because everyone's just gonna get in my way. It's up to me to stop this. And he actually goes by himself, which is really, it shows how much Mob has grown as an individual, as a character, that he went from never using his powers against people to now he's going to use his powers to protect his friends. And he knows, in his mind, he knows how powerful he is compared to everybody else, even if he doesn't want to say it that way. But I know everybody feels like, damn, like we can't do anything. But it's up to Mob. He makes it to the tower. You have to watch after the credits because there's a little scene of Mob on the staircase, and Dimple makes a statement that Mob is really growing up. He wants to take over Mob's body and manipulate him, but Mob is maturing so fast that he's going to be an adult on his own and not be easily manipulated by Dimple. Which was cool that they made that statement just before this ultimate fight's going to go down. But he runs into the guy with the umbrella. I don't remember his name, but oh my god. This is going to be a really crazy fight. This is his like second in command. The Claw Boss is like second in command compared, or like, I guess, I don't know if Teru is, but this guy is bad news as well. So I guess next week we'll find out what happens. This was an amazing episode, guys. Jesus. I don't even know what to say. I talked this long anyways, but I gotta give this episode 100%. I keep saying percent. I don't know why I keep saying that. 10 out of 10, for sure. 10 out of 10. Animation, music, the lighting, the fluidity of the animation, the story, the action, everything. This episode had it all, and I can't wait for next week. I keep saying it, guys. Like, it's gonna be an amazing fight. Let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy this episode as much as I did? It has to be probably one of the best episodes of the season so far. But I know next week's probably going to top it, for sure. But I hope that the week goes fast because I can't wait. But let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the alert bell on YouTube so you get notified of all my content when it gets posted. Check out my Walking Dead gameplay, my Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay. I'll keep doing Boruto chapter reviews. It's just gotta figure out a different way to do them so I don't get copyright strikes. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time and hope to see you there. Have a great one.